Hey guys, and we're live. Richard Butler here again, talking to you about another great product. And that product is JournalTsunami. Now, in the little thumbnail picture that you see before the video starts, I'm very serious. And I'm not usually that serious, but I'm serious about JournalTsunami. Why? Because it's an amazing product. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this. Basically, a product about creating what are called low content books, or books with actually no content in them. Now, I know your first reaction is, how can you sell something with no content in it? Well, think about a notebook. A notebook that you buy to write your notes has no content in it. You put the content in, you still buy them, even though there's no content. Or low content would be the likes of journals. Now, I went through Rebecca's course and actually produced my own journal here. This is the 1 year to success journal, and I used it myself. And it's a low content book. In other words, it's a journal where I basically journal every day. And I've sold a number of these books, and I've sold a number of other ones, so I know that this works. Now, this is not some sort of get-rich-quick scheme. It is about creating journals and low-content books that people want to buy, and about putting as many of them onto the market so that your books will be found and will be sold. Now, Rebecca has been doing this for about a year. And I remember when I saw the sales page that Rebecca had, her first attempt, I think the buy button logo didn't work for some reason, but that didn't stop her. She promoted this product that she had created. She knew there was a market for it, and now she has a thriving community of followers and people that respect her. Now, what makes Rebecca different and our product different is she's not producing a new product every month in order to try and sell you something more. She is active in the Facebook group. So hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. So what is in JournalTsunami? Well, let me just drop a link in there so that you can check out the sales page. But what you have in JournalTsunami is the basic training, which tells you and talks to you about the content books. It tells you about the type of software that you need to use, which you probably already have. The main software that she uses is PowerPoint to create these books. And also you need to have, well, Adobe Acrobat, if you can have it, is also a good investment. Now, that's one part. So most content producers will produce a course and that's it. But what makes Rebecca stand out with JournalTsunami is that she has actually created a thriving Facebook group where she personally goes in and answers questions and doubts that people have. Now, I've never seen this before from a product creator, that they actually do that. And the value that she gives in this group, there's people saying that there's, the group itself is worth more than the price of the course that they actually paid. Now, there's a couple of things that you need to take into account with this JournalTsunami. You have to see this as a business. It's not something that you're going to create one book and you're going to make a lot of money. But as Rebecca explains, you create a low content book and it might take you a day to produce. And what the idea is to produce maybe 5, 10, 15 books a week, so that at the end of the month you have 15, 30, 60 books. By the end of the year, you have 600 books. Now, when you think about it, if you have 600 books, you're bound to sell at least 1 or 2. And that, depending on your pricing, that means that you could earn maybe $4 commission per book that you sell. Because what you do is you set the price of the book yourself. So it might cost $2.99 to print, and you could sell it for $10. There's a couple of costs, that Amazon take, but you sell it for $10 and you might make $4. So imagine if you could sell even 10 books a month. That's an extra $40 that you would be building up every month. So let's say that over the year you sell 4 books a month, and that multiplies as you put more books out. Now, I'm going to get myself confused with the maths, but let's say the first month it's $4, the next month it's $8, the next month it's $10, $12. You see, I told you I was going to get confused on the maths. But by the end of the year, you could be making $200 a month. Now, that's being very conservative. And the thing is that you're just producing low content books. Now, one of the things, without telling you too much about what's in the course, one of the things that Rebecca does say is that there are writers out there that spend 2 or 3 years writing their book and they only sell a number of copies because it's a particular style of writing that they have, whatever it may be. But with these low content books, what you're actually getting is you're creating journals that people want, that people will use. You create a 90-day journal, a 2-year journal. After 2 years, they will want to buy another one. So I have, I've personally spoken on Zoom to Rebecca. I've taken her course. I've started to produce books. I'm not as methodical as she is. I'm producing maybe 2 or 3 books a week. But I am putting books out there, and I'm starting to get a small trickle of sales. You're not going to make a fortune. You mightn't sell any. Say of 100 books, you might only sell 3 might be popular. But what she shows you is a really great process for creating these books. And she says, follow the process, and then the outcome will happen. So the course itself is an investment. You're investing in yourself, though, because you need to learn how to create these books. And she's going to tell you all the hints and tips and all the problems that she has had and how she overcame them. So yeah, I always go back to this quote from Alex Jeffries that he said there's 3 types of people. There's people who make mistakes, there's people who learn from their own mistakes, or there's people who learn from other people's mistakes. So Rebecca has a fine, she's fine-tuned this art of producing these books, and she produces them really, really quickly. So all you need to do is follow her process. So personally, I think JournalTsunami is probably one of the best courses you could invest in this year. I highly recommend it. Go click, look at the sales page. She doesn't go for a hypey sales page. She's not one of these hypey, typical internet marketers that go for an awful hypey page. It just says what it needs to do. If it's something that you're interested in, it will take you for 4 hours a day. Maybe you could allocate 4 hours, 2 hours a day. You could produce maybe 5 books a day. And in a number of months, you could have 200 or 300 books with a number of those selling. So take a look. There's the link in the description. There's also the link in the chat here. And I'll talk to you very soon. Take it easy, guys. Bye.